Hello, I'm Deborah Morgan, and I'm here to show you a really exciting product, the Perfect Pleater. It was developed by a doll maker over 30 years ago to make the pleated flounces on dresses of Victorian dolls. Since then, it has become a must-have tool for sewers and quilters who want to take the fuss out of making pleats and tucks without sacrificing perfection. We should all have one in our stash of notions. It's easy to use. Just tuck, press, and sew. This ingenious fabric tuck device is so simple and easy to use. You'll be making pleats for everything, from appliques for vests to ruffle borders for placemats and pillows. Use ribbon and you have beautiful heirloom sewing touches done in no time. And consider that it has green applications as well. You know, all that fabric you got at the clearance table for $2, taking up space in your stash because it's, well, ugly. Try pleating it. I did, and look what happened. Yes, it's neat to pleat, and I'll show you how to do it. The Perfect Pleater comes in 3 different sizes. First, there's the original, and it's 12 inches. Then there's the extra long, and it's twice as long as the original, which makes it perfect for doing vest fronts and jackets. Then there's the mega, and the mega is deeper, twice as deep as the extra long. So if you've got a lot of yardage and you want to not have to take it out and put it back in again, this is the one for you. They all have 1/4 inch wide louvers and a 3/8 inch return. That's the fold. But the different sizes allow you to easily pleat the longer pieces you would want for vests, jackets, and even skirts. They each work the same way, and they all allow you to skip louvers so you can have narrow and or wider pleats. Now, I've already got this fabric anchored at the bottom here, and I'll show you how to do that later in this video, but I want to show you how you can make your different size pleats. Take it, okay, if you do every one, you've got 1/4 inch pleats. If you do every other one, you've got 1/2 inch pleats. If you do every 3, you've got 3/4 inch pleats. And if you do every 4, you have 1 inch pleats. Just let your fingers do the counting. It's that simple. When you get the pleater, you will also receive an idea sheet. And on the back of the idea sheet is an instruction guide. Read it carefully. It will reinforce what I'm showing you here. When you get your pleater, it's going to be stiff and hard to get the fabric in the louvers. So what you're going to do is take it out and then roll it back on itself, just like this. And just keep rolling it. Just roll it. And you even want to give it a whack or two, just like that. Just don't hit the dog or the husband. You can use many different fabrics in your Perfect Pleater. What I've got here is an example of a silk dupioni. See how beautiful that pleated, so rich and elegant looking. To a casual, the cotton twill, a denim, this is a heavier weight, and see how nice those creases are, and this will wash and the creases will stay in. You can also use 100% cotton. Get your fat quarters out. Just look through your stash and see what you've got. Now it's time to start pleating. Put your Perfect Pleater on a flat surface like a table or ironing board. Pin the fabric to the bottom of the board unless the pins would harm the fabric, as in a very sheer or loosely woven fabric. I'm not going to pin it because I won't take the time to do that, but you'll want to in order to keep your fabric and your pleats straight. Position the pleater with the louvers away from you. Now you can start the fabric at the center, but I like to save time by putting it off of one edge by a seam allowance, about 1/2 inch. That extension allows you to machine stitch pleats after pressing, but before removing them from the pleater. Ready to start pleating? Take your fingers and in the center of the fabric, just tuck it in and go out. Then each time you want to take the ruler or a credit card and swipe it in here in the louver to make sure that you've got your fabric in good. Okay? Do another row. Start at the center and finish that row with the ruler. Tuck and swipe, tuck and swipe. You could also use a credit card here if you like. That would work too. Particularly if you're using lace or some other shorter, narrower fabric. Tuck and swipe, tuck and swipe. Now that you have your tucks, it's time to press. Remember, tuck, press, and sew. What you want to do is set your iron on a linen setting. Then wring out a press cloth that has been dipped in a mixture of 1 part white vinegar to 9 parts water. Place the damp press cloth on the tucked fabric that's still in your Perfect Pleater, and then press. I do this by just leaving the iron on it. Don't go back and forth. Just leave the iron on it to get a nice press. You'll be able to tell when you've got a nice press under there. Now always allow the fabric to cool before removing it from the pleater. The cooling actually is what gives permanence to the pleats. It's so much easier to press if you use the Raja pressing cloth. It sets pleats permanently in all polyester fabrics as well as in 50-50 polyester cotton blends. It never works on 100% cotton, but so many of our fabrics have 50% or more polyester. This press cloth is made out of a cotton with chemicals that react with the minimum of 50% polyester to get permanent pleats. You can also use this to get the crease out of hems. Use it for over 1,000 pressings. If it gets dirty, just wash it. This is a must-have sewing notion. After it is pressed and has cooled, on the sewing machine, stitch down in the seam allowance along the pleater. Now it's time to pull it out. The stitches make it easy, so grab the stitches and just pull. And there you go. It saves time and it couldn't be easier. You could save even more time by doubling the fabric. That way you'd have a clean edge. This is an example of a piece of denim that I've folded in half. I've tucked it, pleated it, and then stitched it. And now I've got a beautiful ruching for a jacket or a pillow. You can also use your Perfect Pleater for pleating lace or ribbon or narrow pieces of fabric that are finished on both edges. Put your ribbon or lace in the pleater in the center and then just start pleating. You'll want to use your credit card probably with this, and so you can get it tucked in. Pleat it as long as you want it. There. Then take your Raja cloth, put that over it, press, allow it to cool. Then I like to use painter's tape. You probably have some in your sewing room. It's a great sewing notion. And tape the pleats down. There you go. Get it nice and just stick it on there really good. Now to remove this, what you're going to do is turn this over to the other side, the wrong side, and then you're going to simply roll it. See how fast that pops out of there? Take your tape off and you have your pleats. Couldn't be easier. You can also make scallops with your Perfect Pleater. This is really fun. If you love heirloom sewing, you're going to love this. Or these will be fun with anything. What you need to do is use ribbon or lace, or you can use fabric, but the fabric should be cut cross grain and serged to clean finish both edges. Then put your lace or fabric or ribbon in the center of your pleater and pleat. And you'll use your credit card or ruler to make sure these are in tight. pleat 3 straight. Next, hold those down, then move the fabric a 45-degree angle and pleat 3 more going in the 45-degree angle. See how that's turning a little bit? We're going up a hill. Hold those 3. Then do 3 straight. Straighten out your ribbon, do 3 straight. There you go. Hold those. Now we're ready to go down the hill. 45-degree angle. Do 3 more. And you can see we're starting to get the shape of a scallop. It's like Jack and Jill going up and down the hill. Keep doing this. Experiment with the numbers to get the look you want. But I strongly suggest that you don't talk while you're doing this because it will be a wacky scallop instead of a smooth, elegant one. Now you can see the scallop taking effect. Once you have as much done as you want or the board finished, then use your Raja press cloth, press it, let it cool. Then take strips of your painter's tape and put that on it. Get it stuck down really good. Then turn the pleater upside down and roll it against itself like we did with the other ribbon. Once this is out of the pleater, you can stitch anywhere here to make it secure. Since it's painter's tape, you can stitch through that and it won't leave a residue. And you've got scallops. Have fun! I hope you have enjoyed getting to know the Perfect Pleater. If you have one, get it out and use it. Let your imagination be your guide, because there are an infinite number of ways you can use these perfect pleats in your sewing, quilting, and crafting. To purchase a Perfect Pleater, go to anniescatalog.com. Remember these 4 words and tell your friends. It's neat to pleat. And with the Perfect Pleater, it's also fast, fun, and easy.